Dear students, we'll continue with the telephone communication. And in the last period, we studied about mic as a transmitter and speaker as a receiver. Today we are going to study how subscriber handset is going to be connected with the telephone exchange and how telephone exchange helps to connect one handset of the subscriber to the other handset. Means how telephone exchange connects one subscriber with the other subscriber by means of the local loop. Thus we can say local loop is nothing but the connections which are made between telephone exchange and that of handset to communicate two subscriber with each other by the telephone link or by means of a local loop with the help of the telephone exchange. This makes you understand that our handset is connected to the telephone exchange through the wire, through the cable, and that is known as the local loop, through which we are receiving the dial tone, we are dialing the number, we are speaking through the mic. The converted electrical signal are sent through this particular cable up to the telephone exchange. Telephone exchange provides a ringtone to the other subscriber again via same local loop, and both the telephone handsets are linked with each other with the help of the local loop and the telephone exchange. And that's why in between telephone exchange and subscriber, the local loop plays the very vital role. Thus friends, we can say the communication from one subscriber to the other subscriber with the help of telephone exchange is known as the local loop. Means simply connection of cable between handset and that of the telephone exchange, through which we are sending the information and receiving the information from the exchange. That is known as the local loop. So in local battery exchange, previously in the olden days, previous local exchange, local battery telephone sets are used to connect subscriber to the exchange. Previously, local battery telephone exchanges were existing, and that's why those exchanges were using local battery to connect the telephone handset to the telephone exchange. Friends, there were operators which are doing the role of connecting both the subscriber with each other, and the human being is working to operate that particular telephone exchange. Means to bring the connection between two subscribers with each other with the help of telephone exchange. So that's why we can say the calling signal sent from one subscriber's handset operates shutter indicator at the exchange. Means every handset of the subscriber is connected to the shutter in the telephone exchange. And when calling signal is sent from the subscriber, means as soon as a subscriber will lift the handset, the handset is going to be connected with the shutter of the telephone exchange, and that shutter is going to be operated. When it operates, it indicates that someone wants to call. At night time, alarm is attached to the shutter. For every subscriber has a shutter indicator at the exchange. Falling of the shutter indicates number of subscriber calling at the exchange. During daytime, there is a lamp to indicate the falling of shutter when the calling subscriber lifts the cradle of the handset. But at the night time, there is an alarm connected to the shutter, time alarm. When the subscriber lifts the cradle, the shutter will fall down. Falling of the shutter turns on the lamp and alarm will starts running to indicate the number of subscriber calling at the telephone exchange to the operator. After receiving the call from the subscriber, operator inserts the answering plug in the line jack. When operator hear the alarm of the shutter and lamp glow of the shutter, he will insert the answering plug in the line jack. By doing this, connects the answering plug to the line and disconnects key from the indicator. Now indication will be stopped and telephone exchange is get connected with the calling subscriber's handset. Then he puts the speak ring key in speak position. That means after putting the speak ring key in a speak position, operator asks the calling subscriber about the number he desires to speak. In the olden days, the subscriber unable to dial the number. That's why operator asks the calling subscriber to whom you have to dial. You want to communicate. So what is the number of the person to be called? And when calling subscriber tells the number to whom he want to call, then operator inserts the calling plug cord in the line jack of wanted subscriber, means to whom it is called, keeping speak/ring key in a ring position, giving ring from his magnet generator. Now operator will starts working. He will insert the calling plug cord in the line jack to whom the subscriber wanted to be called. For that purpose, he will keep the speak/ring key in a ring position and starts giving ring to the person, to the subscriber to be called. After that, the bell of called subscriber rings at the other end. Now when the called subscriber picks up the handset, means when the call party picks up the handset, the operator puts speak/ring key in a normal position to establish the connection between two parties. When the called subscriber, by recognizing the ring, lifts his cradle from the cradle switch, operator puts the speak/ring key in a normal position so as to establish the connection between two subscribers. And this is the role of telephone exchange operator in between the two telephone subscribers handset. Now both the subscribers are going to be connected with each other. They will start performing the conversation with each other. After completing the call, at the end of talk, calling party gives a ring to indicate operator that talk is over. Both will place the cradle on the cradle switch. It will produces the ring in the telephone exchange. That indicates that conversation is over. Then operator disconnects the cord circuit from the link circuit of the two parties and completes the communication between two subscribers. Friends, this is the role of telephone exchange. Maybe there is a human interfere, maybe there is an operator, but the local loop playing the very vital role with the help of telephone exchange, with the help of operator in the telephone exchange to connect both the subscriber with each other. One drawback of this is telephone operator is putting his headphone with his ear and he was hearing the entire communicating conversation of both the subscriber. So this was the drawback of that particular system which was used priorly. Now some advancements are done and local battery exchanges were converted into central battery exchanges. In central battery exchanges, incoming lines from subscriber are terminated on the main distributor frame, that is MDF, at the exchange, and then cross connections are made. Means when in central battery exchanges, when one subscriber lifts the cradle from the cradle switch, he gets connected with the main distribution frame at the telephone exchange and the cross connections between the two parties are done. The calling party lifts the handset of the telephone, then the DC path is established in the corresponding line at the exchange to operate relay to glow the calling lamp and attract the attention of the operator. Friends, in the central battery exchange also operator's role was there. When calling party lifts the handset of the calling party gets terminated at the main distribution frame in the telephone exchange and then cross connections are being done. During this particular process, a DC path is established to operate relay in the telephone exchange. Due to operation of relay, lamp will glow, alarm will starts ringing, and it will bring the attraction of the operator that someone is calling. In local battery exchange, no relays were used. Jacks are performing the role. Those are being replaced by means of a now electromagnetic relay. Then the operator inserts the answer key in the answer jack. This supplies voltage to the sleeve of the answer jack to operate relay, disconnecting the line from earth to switch off the calling lamp. Means calling subscriber gets connected with the telephone exchange. Same time, the indicators are turned off by disconnecting the line. Then the operator puts a speak/ring key in a speak position to ask the number of wanted by calling subscriber. This process is the same as it is in local battery exchange. A called party lifts the handset. Operator, by this particular same way, connects the called subscriber with the telephone exchange. When a ring will be heard by the called party, naturally it will lift the handset. The DC path is completed again from that end to the telephone exchange to switch off the supervisor lamp. Now both the subscribers are connected with each other, again by telephone exchange. They start talking with each other. At the end of their talk, when subscriber puts down the handset on the cradle, DC path is automatically disconnected. The relay will be de-energized and glowing lamp will indicate that talk is over. Operator when observes that the lamp will be turned off, he disconnects the answering and calling plug from the circuit. So this is how the bit modifications are done in central battery exchange as far as the local loop is being considered, and the modifications are especially shutters are being replaced by means of a relay. That is the important modification. Nowadays in modern telephone exchange or in automatic telephone exchange, till modifications are going to be produced. That is what we can call it as the present days telephone loop or telephone exchange system. In present day, automatic telephone system that provides the connection between subscribers without human operator. In present day system, no operator is being located in the telephone exchange. Without human interfere, now telephone exchange is working. Automatically all the connections are being done with the help of the local loop. When subscriber lifts the handset of the telephone, he is connected to the common equipment with the help of line junctor, which is individual to each subscriber. For every subscriber, there is a one line junctor which is nowadays made available in the telephone exchange, and he will be automatically get connected with common equipment with that particular line junctor provided to that particular handset of the subscriber. The common equipment feeds dial tone to the subscriber. Now from the telephone exchange, dial tone is given to the calling subscriber by connecting him to the common equipment with the help of the line junctor. When the dial tone is given to the subscriber, which indicates that telephone is ready to accept your call, then the calling subscriber dials the telephone number. On the completion of dialing, calling subscriber is connected to the required number automatically. No operator is needed. The common equipment is released now, and that can be used for other incoming call. The ringing current is sent to the call telephone and ringback tone is sent to the calling telephone. Now telephone exchange sends a ringtone to the called subscriber or ringback tone to the calling subscriber, so that calling subscriber has to indicate that the path is established by the establishing between both the subscribers. During ringing and conversation, small equipment gets connected because common equipment is now ready to receive the next subscriber's call. Therefore, it is replaced by the what? Small equipment. When called subscriber is disconnected, then chain of switches are released automatically in reverse order. If called party doesn't talk to calling and replaces, then no equipment is held except the line junctor of the caller. So this is how the local loop is going to be completed without human interfere nowadays automatically. Those are called as automatic exchanges, or those are called as electronic telephone exchanges. So what are the advantages of that telephone exchanges? Sorry, electronic or automatic telephone exchanges. For automatic telephone exchange, service is uniform through throughout. Service is uniform throughout. For all the subscriber, uniform service will be provided. So what is the difference? Difference is that with slightly affected by the efficiency of operator. As no operator is there, efficiency of operator is being changed now. Another aspect is that connections provisions are fast. Means automatic connections are going to be there. So the speed of connecting both the subscriber with each other, it increases. Large number of calls can be handled at a time. Many calls are going to be gets handled. These are the advantages of modern or automatic telephone exchanges. But for this particular aspect, to establish automatic telephone exchanges, initial capital is more. And it also needs high standard technical skilled staff. So that means skilled staff is needed. So that's why ZTOs, maybe with BS Electronics, maybe with MS Electronics, maybe with BE Electronics, to which we can call it as a skilled staff, which are seems nowadays working in the telephone exchange. And thus, with the help of telephone exchange, both the subscribers are connected with each other by the media known as the local loop. Friends, present day, almost all the telephone exchanges are the electronic automatic telephone exchanges. Above that, I can say almost all telephone exchanges are now digital telephone exchanges. Not simply electronic, but these are the digital telephone exchanges that makes use of very large scale integration technology so as to increase the speed of communication from one subscriber with each other. Dear students, that's all about the meaning of local loop to be used in telephone communication. The rest we'll say it in the next time.